morning, good afternoon, or good evening, depending where our Squirtle's here. Today's an awesome day. Basically, I woke up today and I was like, it's going to be a good day. Let's check the interwebs and see if there's any news through my leaked areas about Starfield. And I was like, okay, I see one, but it's not really a leak. It's on a website. Basically, it's talking about how the Xbox boss, so like the owner, the CEO of Xbox, was talking about how they think that Starfield will end up being more popular than Skyrim, which I hope it's that good. But that's a very high expectation to have towards such a beloved series. Let's actually look at what they said exactly. So it says, so Bethesda's upcoming space theme RPG sure is exciting, right? Starfield is set to launch, on 11th of November this year. So we're getting it this year. That is confirmed. We've already known that for a while. It's absolutely incredible. There will be cats in the game. I don't know. I love cats, so I don't really know the reasoning to put that in the next sentence, but hey, whatever. Clearly, Xbox boss Phil Spencer has a lot of faith in the game doing well. He's not specified if that's because of the space cats or not. I don't know what their fascination is with space cats, but apparently he says that this game is going to be outplayed, or it's going to outplay I was just talking about Skyrim, sorry. I forgot what the heck, man. I'm so spacey because I'm so excited about the game. Like, it's going to be so good. But also there was another article came out from another group, like right after that, basically counteracting him, saying the odds of Starfield having a larger impact than Skyrim is slim. Which, as you know, that game was and still is one of the most popular games. If you talk about Elder Scrolls, most gamers know what we're talking about. You know what I'm saying? So I think that goes to say it's going to be very hard for them to compete with that branch. But also on a side note, going away from that a little bit, we have information that a new trailer is supposed to release this month. Now, I've read some articles where it says that it's rumored to release this month. Basically, they're saying that the new trailer is going to be dropping February 23rd, which today is the 13th. So in 10 days, we're going to see the trailer release, another trailer release for this game. And I'm pretty excited for that because I hope they show a little bit of the actual multiplayer aspect to it, because I'm hoping there's a strong multiplayer. I'm hoping they show a little bit more about that. I hope that it's completely co-op. I mean, I feel like it'd be stupid not to be. But if anyone has any ideas on what they think about its comparison to Skyrim, please let me know. I'd love to hear it because I think that it's a tall order to try to compete against Skyrim. They are two very separate games, so they shouldn't really be compared. It's kind of like the comparison between Battlefield and Call of Duty. You remember those days when they were like, oh, one's better. Well, they're two completely different style games. And that's the same with Skyrim. The only thing they have in common is that they're, an RPG game, and they're set in an open world. Other than that, one's in the medieval times, one's in the future. So it's one of those things where you can't really comparing apples to oranges, but let me know what you think down below. I'd like to know. It intrigues me. Okay, so I ended the video earlier and started doing some more research, and I actually found some more information on Starfield that I was excited to hear about. Starfield, the upcoming sci-fi RPG from Bethesda, will allegedly feature twice as much dialogue as Skyrim. Now, to me, that is exciting because that basically is telling me that the story is going to have more depth than Skyrim. And that's the one thing about Skyrim that was good. It had that depth of character lines. So I'm super hyped about that. It's also being described as the Han Solo simulator. As you know, Han Solo was just a traitor who, traveled across the galaxy just doing bounties and moving cargo and stuff like that. So it makes it sound like we're going to be able to do some fun stuff, some side missions and whatnot. Starfield signifies something new to the studio, a thrilling challenge. Okay, I'm excited. Stratospheric success of Skyrim and Fallout 4 make this, hopefully, a bit more hardcore of a role-playing game. Oh, really? Okay, so they're saying that it's going to be more hardcore roleplay, which is pretty exciting there, too. It's got some really great character systems, choosing your background, things like that. We're going back to some things that we used to do in games long ago that we felt have really let players express the character they want to be. And now it looks like there will be a lot more possibilities to explore with the narrative and miscellaneous quests because the writers have contributed 150,000 lines of dialogue. Holy cow, guys. That is a lot of dialogue. Can you imagine that? And to compare that, Skyrim has approximately 60,000 lines of dialogue. Fallout 4 has 111,000 lines of dialogue, which I always felt was a lot. While this is one heck of an achievement, fans are reluctant to express enthusiasm for the expansive conversations in Starfield. How many ways can a Star Soldier tell me he was all right until he was shot with a blaster in the knee? I mean, that it makes sense, but at the same time, if every time you walk into a city the guy says the same thing, after a while you just get really irritated with that and it becomes annoying. So it's nice that we might walk into a place and hear a phrase, and then the next time we'll hear a phrase we've never heard before, and so on and so on. Basically, you can play the whole game through a couple times and hear different dialogue, which I think would be super cool. Apparently, almost all of the species are primitive, according to the leaks that came out in September. Earth is completely written off, so there's no need to phone home. So Earth doesn't exist in this. I'm guessing it. Hopefully they discuss what happened to it. I hope so anyways. Right now, of course, Microsoft is super hyped that it's an Xbox exclusive. Now, with that being said, I hope eventually they bring it to other consoles, because this game, that's one thing I hate, and hopefully you guys can agree with me, is exclusivity of a game hurts the market. Because here's the deal. Most people aren't going to go out and buy a new console for one game. So if you're a PlayStation player, you're not going to go buy an Xbox just for one game. So you're basically cutting your demographic in thirds, because you have PlayStation, Xbox, PC. If you do Xbox exclusive, guess what? You just cut off 2/3 of your population from playing the game that you just made. So I find that to be very ridiculous, and I hope they don't go through with that. But, of course, that's up to them. It's their game. Apparently, he said it's not going to PlayStation. Yeah, so I read up some more. Basically, I want to know what you guys think. Is Skyrim... Do you think this could beat Skyrim? That is a valid question, because it looks like it's going to be a beautiful game, and we know Skyrim is a beautiful game. But basically what I'm going to do now until the game comes out is basically just scour the internet for all kinds of leaks, whether it be through Reddit, through game websites, through stalking people's social medias who work at the companies. Basically, I'm just going to be that guy that's creepily watching in the background. Like the Dark Knight that no one needed. Hey, on a side note, Batman might have asthma. Anyways, guys, that's really all I got for you today. I just wanted to bring out a quick video discussing and putting out there that the Xbox boss thinks that, it's going to be a better game than Skyrim, or at least be outplayed rather than Skyrim. So let me know down below what you think, and also let me know if Batman has asthma, because I think he does.